Hello, this video is the first in a series of videos that focuses on the concept of presumption in relation to science and technology education and the possible consequences on societies and environments. In this video, we briefly explain to teachers the concept of presumption and its rationale. The following videos are directed towards students and include input videos to teach about presumption and application videos with activities to do in classrooms. You can find links to all videos in the description. You can also find a link to a one-page summary about presumption and other supportive resources. Have you ever wondered why social media platforms such as Facebook provide their services for free? Or have you ever questioned the apparent convenience of using self-checkout machines at supermarkets? Using the concept of presumption, we aim to illustrate some problematic but usually hidden aspects of these and other taken for granted daily activities. Presumption involves simultaneous production and consumption of goods and services, and the prosumer is a consumer who simultaneously produces a product or a service. While this economy-based concept is not new, developments in science and technology allowed emergence of new forms of presumption with potential negative and positive consequences to individual societies and environments. Generally, presumption is seen as part of new economics, where business put consumers to work and rely on them to produce part of the goods and services for profit purposes. For example, in the supermarket, and while people consume products, they also labor for free at the self-checkout machines by scanning their goods, packaging, and paying for them. Self-checking out is apparently a convenient activity. However, this convenience overshadows harms experienced by supermarket workers, who are replaced by the self-checkout technology and the supermarket prosumers. Also, supermarket prosumers are doing this service completely for free. They are not paid for their services. This allows companies to increase their profit while cutting down on workers' wages and expenses. Laboring for free is seen as an extreme form of exploitation, and in this sense, presumption is utilized as a way by which companies can externalize their costs. The development of Web 2 applications like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn, where users generate the content of their applications, allowed a new form of presumption to evolve. Internet users can now use or consume the platforms offered by these different social media companies to design their profile and accounts and produce the contents of their pages. Internet prosumers usually enjoy these activities, as they appear to give them a sense of control and freedom in self-expression. And these platforms are provided for free to Internet users. However, data generated from prosumers' activities are now being used by corporates to monitor these activities and generate their own profit. They do so by selling prosumers info for targeted advertisement, disregarding prosumers' privacy, and regulating prosumers' activities by sending them user-specific info. This type of for-profit monitoring is called by academics surveillance capitalism, and is not only found on Web 2, but also on other monitoring and tracking applications and devices that we use, like the wearable fitness devices. Although presumption is a problematic concept and practice, it can still be used in a positive and constructive way. For example, presuming on some collaborative Web 2 platforms like Wikipedia or Creative Commons might allow more democratic actions to take place and open new possibilities for activist work. These types of platforms are not for profit, and what's special about Prosumption on them is that the data and information produced are greatly under the control of the users themselves. They are used by the prosumers. There is usually less likelihood that profitable electronic surveillance will take place. This is unlike digital prosumption on social media and other internet platforms, where data are mainly used by the companies to increase their profit. Similarly, another positive aspect of prosumption can also be found in implementation of renewable energy. Households and organizations can, for example, install solar panels on the roofs or a small wind turbine on their properties. These can be used to produce electricity. Excess energy generated can be resold or stored in a battery to be consumed in the future. Also here, energy produced is under the control of prosumers themselves. So, why address prosumption in science classrooms? Prosumption is a current interdisciplinary topic that connects science and technology to social, environmental, political, and economic issues. Learning about prosumption patterns and related issues put in question our daily actions that are taken for granted. It also exposes hidden underlying power relationships that tend to shape and benefit from these actions. At the same time, it opens possibilities for counteractions to face related injustices. From here, and through this educational series, students can learn about prosumption as a problematic topic that shapes and is shaped by developments in science and technology. They will learn it as an example of relationships between science, technology, society, and the environment, which is also called STSE relationships. While doing so, students are encouraged to situate developments in science and technology in their economic and political context and learn about possible individual, social, and environmental harms related to prosumption and the hidden power relations that shape them. Students can also learn about the importance of doing different types of research as well as possible spaces for democratic actions to address these problems. Thanks for watching.